I feel like I'm losing my mind.
That night, Seoul looked as usual, neon lights twinkling between tall buildings, the sound of traffic beginning to subside, and a gentle autumn breeze blowing through the city streets. But for those who happened to be in the Itaewon district that night, what they witnessed was anything but ordinary. Amidst the roar of large motorcycle engines and the glittering silhouettes of the night, a figure emerged that made everyone stop and turn. BTS's Jungkook, clad in a black leather jacket and an aura so powerful that the air seemed to shift around him. Jungkook rode on a large silver motorcycle, his headlights piercing the thin mist of the night. There were no official cameras, no entourage of staff behind him, at least not clearly visible. Just Jungkook, the motorcycle, and freedom. But among all the visual details that made the moment so cinematic, there was one thing that made everyone pause before it went viral on social media. Jungkook was seen carrying a doll with a face that resembled Cha Eun-woo. Yes, the doll, small but striking, wore a white hoodie and appeared to be carried by Jungkook like a baby. The circulating photos and videos immediately became a major topic of conversation among ARMY and the entire K-pop community. Is that an Eun-woo doll? Why is Jungkook carrying it? Many fans asked in the comment section. It only took a few hours for the digital world to transform into one giant stage. The hashtags #BikerJungkook, #JungkookCanYeonwoo, and #Eunwoo dominated global trending topics on Twitter, TikTok, and Korean community forums like the Kuh and Pan. The short, 8-second video even reached 10 million views in just one day. And as usual, every second involving Jungkook didn't just go viral, it transformed into a pop culture phenomenon. Fans worldwide began analyzing every detail, from the type of motorcycle he was wearing, the brand of leather jacket he was wearing, to his mysterious yet calm facial expression. But the most captivating moment was, of course, the Eun-woo doll in his arms. Some fans even called the moment the most hilarious mess of 2025. For ARMY, Jungkook wasn't just a member of BTS. He was a symbol of transformation. From a spirited teenager often considered the sweet magne, he is now transformed into a mature, confident figure, daring to show his most authentic side. And that night in Seoul, it all felt real. There was no stage, no over-the-top spotlight. Just Jungkook, in a leather jacket, a big motorcycle, and a fierce look at the camera that seemed to say, "I'm no longer a kid in the shadows, I'm myself." The motorcycle he was riding was believed to be a special, limited edition model often used by Hollywood actors in action films, a symbol of freedom and self-control. Interestingly, Jungkook's style that night reminded many of the bad boy aesthetic era of the 90s, but with his own unique modern twist. He didn't need to say anything. The entire message was conveyed through his style and expression. For ARMY, Jungkook isn't just a member of BTS. He's a symbol of transformation. From a spirited teenager often considered the sweet magne, he is now transformed into a mature, confident figure, daring to show his most authentic side. And that night in Seoul, it all felt real. There was no stage, no over-the-top spotlight. Just Jungkook, in a leather jacket, a big motorcycle, and a fierce look at the camera that seemed to say, "I'm no longer a kid in the shadows, I'm my own person." The motorcycle he was riding was believed to be a special, limited edition model often used by Hollywood actors in action films, a symbol of freedom and self-control. Interestingly, Jungkook's style that night reminded many of the bad boy aesthetic era of the 90s, but with his own unique modern twist. He didn't need to say anything. The entire message was conveyed through his style and expression. But the most confusing part was the doll he was carrying. The doll wore a white hoodie with the face of Cha Eun-woo, a famous idol and actor from ASTRO, and known to be Jungkook's close friend. Was this a form of idol-to-idol humor? Or part of a secret photo shoot concept? ARMY began searching for clues. Some said the doll was from various events they had attended in the past. Others suspected it was a small tribute, a kind of inside joke understood only by the two of them. But most interestingly, some fans believe that Jungkook intentionally displays his absurd but honest side, that behind the global superstar image, he is still a spontaneous, warm person, full of little quirks that make him so human. Meanwhile, a fan who was at the scene shared an exclusive photo. In the photo, Jungkook is seen looking at the camera with a small smile, not fake, just a light smile that seems to say, "I know you're seeing me, and I know you're going to talk about it." And sure enough, it was. Within minutes, the post was shared thousands of times, prompting Korean and international media outlets to write stories with similar headlines. Jungkook, the mysterious biker of Seoul, and his unexpected companion. A Korean fashion magazine even wrote an analysis that this moment could be a visual teaser for Jungkook's new project with an international fashion brand. The style he displayed was too detailed and conceptual for a casual evening out. As major media outlets began to pick up on it, the biker Jungkook phenomenon became a global conversation. Outlets like Vogue Korea, GQ Japan, and Harper's Bazaar Asia wrote lengthy articles discussing Jungkook's biker style, calling it a redefinition of masculinity in modern K-pop. Some fashion influencers even called Jungkook's appearance the Seoul motorcycle moment, a moment that will be remembered in the world of Korean pop culture. Armies around the world created hilarious video edits, fan art, and memes about Jungkook and the Eunwoo doll. But behind it all, one thing is undeniable. Jungkook managed to create a new narrative without words. He only appeared briefly on the streets of Seoul, but his impact was felt worldwide. If you look deeper, that night wasn't just about Jungkook riding. It was a metaphor for his life's journey. For years, Jungkook has been known as a perfectionist who rarely strayed from the confines of his golden magne image. But now, he's beginning to rewrite his own story, becoming a young man who refuses to be confined by expectations, who dares to walk his own path, even if it surprises others. The Eunwoo doll may seem cute and random, but on the other hand, it could be a simple symbol that amidst freedom and fame, Jungkook still carries his playful and gentle side wherever he goes. He's not just a global icon, but also a man who knows how to enjoy life. Seoul has many stories, but that night, only one truly captured the world's attention. A man on a big motorcycle, dressed in black, and a doll in his hand. Not a movie scene, not a commercial, but a real moment. And only Jungkook could turn something so simple into a global event. And as the motorcycle drifted away into the shadows of the city, one thing became clear. The world may change, trends may come and go, but Jungkook remains an irreplaceable figure, an artist who knows how to captivate without trying. In his silence, in his gestures, in the way he stared at the camera with a small doll in his hand, he reminded us all that even in the midst of the frenzy of fame, he could still make the world stop with just one simple act. And that night, on the gleaming streets of Seoul, Jungkook proved once again that he is more than just a superstar. He is a legend writing his own new chapter. Now, more than a week after that incident, the biker Jungkook clip is still being talked about. The media called it one of the most spontaneous yet influential moments in K-pop in 2025. Not because of the glitz, but because of the honesty. That night, Jungkook wasn't filming a commercial. He wasn't performing on stage. He was simply being himself, a young man riding a motorcycle through the cold Seoul night, carrying a doll, and unknowingly creating a new chapter in modern pop history. And as we look back at his silhouette disappearing down the street, one thing is clear. Jungkook didn't need a scandal to become a legend. He just needed to be himself.